So Danny Freeman, hang on one second here, because on the right-hand side of your screen, we're looking at some tape footage here. You can see all the law enforcement involved in his capture, and you can see a man on the right there is holding a rifle in his hands. We believe that is the rifle that Danilo Cavalcanti had with him, stole from the garage and ran off into the distance. And all these law enforcement officers in full tactical gear just posed for a photo with the man that they captured and the gun there.
Oh, my God. They had to take a selfie. And, you know, in that photo, everybody has a gun. Every single one of these officers, and there's, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 officers in that shot there, and there's 2 dogs. Right? Everybody's in full camo. Everybody's got long guns, right, of various, calibers and, ammunition magazine capacity. And they're saying, oh, you see that gun there? That's probably the gun he stole. Which one? There's like 1,000 guns there. It's like a pile of, of ammo. What the heck?
Randy, they bagged themselves an 8-point convict. Of course they're going to take a picture of it. Of course they're going to.
They're treating him like he's a buck, okay? Like it's hunting season in Pennsylvania. I never. And they kneeled. They actually did a little, like a selfie thing where the tall guys in the front got down on their knee, and then the medium guys in the middle, and then the tall guys in the back. I was like, oh my God, is that? They're treating. I get he's a murderer. Okay, I have no sympathy for Danilo Cavalcanti. I'm sick of him. He's now taking up time on MSNBC. He's now taking up time on Andrea Mitchell Reports. Holy crap, man! I'm sick of this story. But honest to God, they had to take a photo of a trophy. A trophy. And then I saw this when I was at home because this happened this morning, and I was like, I don't know if I'm being too judgmental, because in the wild, wild west, okay, back in the day, but just as soon as they had the ability to take a photograph, didn't they take photographs of like wanted guys and stuff like that? And didn't they, like when they would capture them, didn't they, take a photo to celebrate the I don't know. So apparently the lesson here is we've learned nothing since the 1800s or since the advent of photography is what it is. But honestly, I mean, here we have serious problems in this country, really serious problems. Problems about women who are pregnant, who desperately want their children, who can't even get care during their pregnancy anymore in various states across the land. And then if you do actually make it to the end of your gestational period and you do give birth, sometimes, especially in Texas now, babies are being born with syphilis, which is deadly for a newborn. Not so much for the pregnant woman, but definitely for the newborn. And syphilis, as you may have heard, ever since what, the 1950s and the advent of penicillin, right, is curable. It's treatable. But not anymore. It's actually making a comeback. I'm just going to read this to you because you don't have to believe me. Please, look it up. Texas Tribune, okay? There's an article by Karen Brooks Harper and Jamie Lozano Carver. Syphilis rates in Texas continue to climb, alarming healthcare workers who see the highest increases among pregnant people and newborns. A shortage of treatment is complicating efforts to combat it. A shortage of treatment? I'm like, there's a shortage of penicillin in this country? So I read all the way through this article, 13 pages. This article is 13 pages long about the epidemic that is syphilis. And I find out in the middle of the article that the reason why there's a shortage of penicillin is syphilis. Oh my God. Swear to God. About twice a week, I'm reading, a pregnant patient turns up in Dr. Irene Stafford's obstetrics office in Houston with syphilis, a sexually transmittable disease that affects more newborns in Texas than anywhere else in the country. For a seasoned professional like Stafford, the sheer numbers are startling. she's been treating congenital syphilis with increasing frequency in recent years in a city that has the state's highest newborn infection rates. Oh, Texas, I thought you loved the fetus. You were in love with that fetus. I can't even say you love the fetus and hate the child anymore. You hate the fetus too. There is no limit to your rage. There is no limit to your grievances. Now you are you're actually angry at the fetus. Quote, people think that syphilis is gone, said Stafford, a maternal fetal medicine specialist and associate professor at McGovern Medical School in UT Health Houston. Syphilis, she said, has become an epidemic. Last year, syphilis cases across Texas rose by 22%, according to preliminary numbers, from 21,476, really, to 25,991 in 2022, the most recent statewide data available. That is more than double the number of cases reported in Texas 5 years ago. And now, the cases of fetal deaths, while nearly every case is easily treatable with penicillin, untreated syphilis can be passed from an infected pregnant patient to the newborn and can result in the child's death. Officials in Harris County, which include Houston, announced in 2021 that syphilis-related fetal deaths increased from 4 in 2019 to 14 in 2020. In 2021, Texas reported its highest ever number of cases in newborns, 685, and then that number jumped another 39% last year to 950. Preliminary data shows. That same year, 2,855 cases of congenital syphilis were reported in the United States, including 220 congenital syphilis-related stillbirths and infant deaths. Oh my God, peeps. Oh my God. This is insane. Maybe ivermectin will cure syphilis. I don't know. Maybe if there was just some way to get the UV light from outside, inside the body. And we're strongly working on that. We're going to strongly and quickly work on that if you could get the UV light inside the body. Oh my God. Cut to the chase. If you read these 13 pages, which I suggest you don't do without wearing a raincoat, because you will feel like you got slimed so hard just from reading that you live in the United States of America and that syphilis is here in epidemic numbers and killing unborn and killing babies in the womb when it's treatable with penicillin. It says most of the biggest leaps in syphilis cases occurred because of the closure of places to get tested for STDs. Oh my God, people. Wake up. These Republicans are psycho. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.